Hi, welcome to Grounding Sensations. This is a postnatal specific class where we're going to move with our core as well as give our whole body some movement, maybe a nice stretch. Sometimes in those days, it feels really good to just move your whole body, and we're going to do that today. But it's also going to integrate some essential core and pelvic floor work that we don't make usually enough time for, so we're going to do that today. So you'll need a block. If you don't have a block, you can grab a pillow, and you also need a towel. So just grabbing mine, okay. So you'll need a towel, a block. If you have a cushion as well, that would be great, but if you don't worry about it. But it's gonna be great to have something where you can just cuddle. So I have my cushion, my block. So grab your equipment, and when you're ready, you're gonna sit down on your mat, and we're gonna find a child's pose. So you can use your cushion, place it on top of your legs, use it to round yourself over. So if you don't have a cushion, you can just come into normal child's pose, but try to find this really rounded position of your spine. And you can place your elbows in front of your knees and let your head and forehead relax down. So trying to find this curved position of the spine where the neck is soft and relaxed. If you're having trouble letting go of your neck, place your block or your books or whatever props you have underneath your neck, so it's just not making any effort. And take a moment just to feel your body as you are here. So that moment can be very grounding. It can feel very nourishing as you take a moment to pause, to take a step out of your busy day where people are asking you for things, and this is your time to just be here. Noticing the ground underneath you, and start to focus on your breathing. So you can breathe quietly and slowly from the nose, and slowly, quietly breathing out. And in this beautiful position that we have, you might feel like your inhale is moving more into your back, which is what we want to do. We want the ribs to expand in the back. If you have your prop, you might feel like it's blocking the ribs in the front, so creating less of this movement in the front and more of that expansion in the back, which is so essential for your pelvic floor health, your shoulder health, your back health, and for your mental health as well. It allows you to breathe in fully. So allow every inhale to expand into your back. Let your neck relax. And every exhale is slow and gentle. Let's take 2 more breaths like that at your own pace. Then your next exhale, you can slowly begin to come up. Take your time. And place your cushion to the side. And find a seated position. From here, bringing your hands onto your neck and let your fingers just massage your neck. Let those muscles go. Okay, so some soothing sensations of your own touch can be very healing for your body. From here, we're going to take our shoulders really wide and then bring your left ear down to your left shoulder. And feel a nice big stretch onto that right side. Breathing in through the nose. And quietly breathing out, slowly begin to bring your chin down to your chest. Keeping the shoulders wide, and then taking the right ear to the right shoulder. Keeping that left shoulder down as you breathe in through the nose. And breathe out, slowly coming back in. And then stacking your joints onto one another as you come up. Okay, and then from there, you can bring your arms really wide and round your back as if you're pushing into that laptop or computer screen as you push your hands forward. You're gonna feel your back rounding a little bit. And let your shoulders down. You can reach your hands, let your palms be open. And then you're gonna bend your elbows as you open your arms really wide, encouraging the elbow to go back. A few more rounds of that. So rounding and opening and breathing naturally here. So not overthinking anything about the breath as you just do these nice movements. And if this doesn't feel comfortable for you at all, you can just sit down on a chair or cross your legs. Yeah? Let's do one more round of those. Just warming up the shoulders. That's nice. And then relaxing the hands down. You can open your arms out to the side this time. The left palm is going to face up, and then the right palm starts to face down. So we're going to do this rotation from the shoulder. And switch. So left palm turns down, right palm turns up. Trying to make the movement happen from your shoulder, not just from your wrist. Okay? So this is a beautiful internal, external rotation of the shoulders. And we're going to do that for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll do one more round, but I want you to really bring your whole body into it. So as you bring one hand down, let the shoulder roll forward and the other shoulder roll back. And switch. So one shoulder rolls forward. You can look to the hand that's the palm that's facing up as you do that. So looking to the palm that's facing up. One shoulder rolls forward, the other shoulder rolls back. Look to that palm that's facing forward. So we're starting to bring this beautiful movement into the rib cage. And if you feel your shoulders burning here, that's a good sensation. Last one, looking to the hand that's facing up and relax. Big circles with the shoulders. So I like to do these like alternating circles. I'm already feeling a bit more space in the back of my ribs. And then from there, you can bring your hands together, your palms together. We're gonna let the ribs stay down. So we wanna find this neutral, stable position of the spine. Bringing the hands together, the elbows together. And then from there, you can open your palms out to the side, making sure that you have not moved your chest forward. So this is gonna stay very stable as you open the elbow up. And then from there, the arm will go up in a very straight line as you exhale. Inhale to lower it down. Exhale as you reach the arms up. And if you're struggling to reach the arm very high, you can just keep it slightly bent. So we want honest movement of the shoulders and not of the chest or the ribs. Okay, so we'll do that 2 more. Bringing the arms up and down. Last one. Up and down. Okay, and then from there, relax your hands. Let's bring our attention to our pelvis. So in this seated position, also, you can be sitting down on a chair if that feels better for you. You're going to tuck your tailbone and stick your butt out. So we're going to move into those 2 pelvic positions. So anterior and posterior pelvic tilt, or just thinking of sticking your butt out, tucking your tailbone. This is really important because it starts to bring some awareness into your lower abs, into your core. And notice which position just feels like much easier for you. And can you focus more on the position that feels more difficult for you? Okay. Okay, and then from there you can lower onto your hands and your knees as we come into a few rounds of cat-cow. Dropping your chest down as you take your shoulders back, and then rounding your back, tucking your tailbone. If you're having any sensitivity of the wrists, feel free to drop onto your fists like that, or down onto your elbow, and doing those same movements, rounding the back and extending. Not thinking about it too much, it feels nice to move the whole spine like that. Okay, and then from here, we'll start going into our breathing exercise, which is great for your core and your pelvic floor. So you're gonna round your back, thinking like a rainbow. Not trying to round the upper back too much, but just slightly rounding it, but focusing on a very neutral curve in your spine. So we're gonna round, keep the neck relaxed. And then as you breathing in through the nose, trying to feel that expansion in the back of your ribs. So trying to breathe in there. And as you exhale, you're trying to round a little bit more. So you're gonna empty all of the air from the front. And from there, if you want, you can also have your block between your legs. That's gonna help you to engage your pelvic floor a little bit. So you're going to inhale into the back. And exhale, you can squeeze that block or that cushion, whatever you have, as you feel your ribs drawing in. We'll take 2 more. So keep the ribs in as you inhale. Try to inhale only from the back. So this is a nice progression from that child's pose breathing we started with. Exhale as you bring the ribs in towards each other. Relax your neck, and you can squeeze that block between your legs. Inhale into your back, feeling movement, feeling expansion up towards the ceiling. Exhale as you squeeze that block between your legs and try to round your back a little bit more. And relaxing here. And from here, you can turn onto your back. So we're gonna lie down. And you can have your towel handy with you. If you haven't got a towel, you can just use like a sock, anything that you can use to slide. And maybe I'll have to just move my mat a little bit. Okay, and then from there you can lie onto your back. So it's good to just turn onto your side first, lie down, and then go to lie on your back. So we don't want to create any additional pressure on the core. And then from there, you can bring your right knee into your chest and feel your lower back pressing down. Can you also straighten your left leg here? And breathe as you close your eyes. So the right leg, you want to feel a stretch in the back of the hips. And maybe you feel a stretch in the front of your left leg as you extend it or lengthen it all the way. Lower your right foot down. Take a moment and then switch sides. So bend your left leg. Bring your left knee into your chest. You can roll a bit from side to side. Notice if this side feels any different than the other, and then straighten that right leg. Breathing in. Exhale. Again, you want to feel a stretch in the back of your left hip. And trying to lengthen that right hip. Maybe you feel a stretch in the front here as well. And lower down, you can lower your left foot down. Okay, then place your hands at your ribs, and we will place the towel underneath the right heel, okay? And the left leg is just in place, it's bent. And we're gonna connect with our breath here. As you place your hands onto your ribs, take a nice breath in. Feel that expansion in the ribs in the back, in the sides. And then as you exhale, feel your ribs drawing towards each other. You can also make this sound when you breathe out. That helps you to engage your TA abdominals. Okay, and we'll do one more of those. Inhale as you feel that movement in the sides and the back. Exhale, you can make that sound as you feel your ribs draw in towards each other. Let's add some movement with this. So the right heel is going to slide as you exhale. Okay, so do that together. Inhale into the ribs. Exhale, you can slide the right heel. And you want to do this really slowly. So it's not about how fast we go, it's about how little movement there is in your torso or your stomach or your lower back, this upper body. Inhale to come back in. Exhale, sliding your whole foot onto that towel. Inhale to come back in. Let's do 5. Exhale. 4. And if you want to advance this, you can also take your left foot up towards the ceiling. So I'm doing that same movement. Exhale to slide. So wherever you are, we'll do 4 more. Exhale to slide. Inhale to come in. Exhale, draw the ribs towards each other as you slide that right heel. And you want to start to feel your core starting to get engaged. 3. Nice and slow is usually much better to get that core connection. Inhale to feel expansion. Exhale, draw the ribs in towards each other and the belly up. Last one. And then lower your left leg down if it's not already lowered. And we'll do this on the other side. So you can place your left heel onto that towel. Again, find that position of your pelvis where it's just in a neutral state. So there's not too much space underneath your lower back. You can do this by exhaling and drawing the ribs in towards each other and finding a neutral middle ground position for your pelvis, okay? And then from there, right foot is behind your hips. Inhale. Exhale as you slide that left leg. Inhale to come in. Exhale to slide that left leg. Inhale to come in. Exhale, feeling that tension throughout the whole core. So if you're feeling like the entire core is not engaged, then maybe you can try that sound as you exhale. Okay, we'll do 5 more here. So if you want more, you can elevate your leg. Keep it bent at 90 degrees. Exhale to slide the towel. Inhale to come in. Exhale to slide that towel. So listening to your body, doing this slowly. If you're feeling any tension in your shoulders and your neck, then you know you're trying too hard to breathe in. So you can breathe in slower and move slower. Last 2 here. Inhale, exhale to slide. Inhale, feeling tension throughout the whole belly area. Exhale to slide. Inhale to come back in and then lower your right foot down. Take a moment. Maybe you can wiggle your hips, feel your body as you lie down, and then take your right leg back up. We'll start to do some rotations of the hip here. So keeping the left foot down, keep your right knee right over your hip. You can hold your leg for just some body awareness and imagine like you're rotating your whole thigh inside of your hip. Okay, so the knee stays right on top of the hip. It's not going to move. The right foot goes to the left side, and then you're going to rotate it the other direction. Right foot goes to the right side. So we're going into external rotation and internal rotation, okay? So let's do that from side to side. And if you feel like you got that awareness in it in your body, you can just place your hands at your core and making sure that you maintain that tension through the entire core. So you can breathe out with as you make these movements. We want to be able to move our hip without compromising the stability of your core, your lower back. We don't want these movements to be coming from there. So I like to look at my foot and ask it to move even more in each direction. Okay, and then from there, you can place your right ankle on your left knee and give yourself a nice pigeon or figure four stretch. You can rock from side to side as well. And while we're here, you can also hold on to your ankle and draw some circles with your ankle. So we often forget this part of our body, which is basically holding our entire body weight up all day as we stand. So drawing these big circles, maybe you feel some like cracking sounds, and then lower that leg down. We'll do this on the other side. So find that aligned position where your ribs are over your pelvis. So there's not too much space underneath your lower back. You can use your exhale to draw the ribs in, feel the pelvis is neutral. Keep your hands at your belly if you'd like, and then bring your left leg up. Every time we bring our leg up, you might feel like your lower back naturally just drops down to the ground more. And then hold on to your leg and rotate from side to side. So just visualize pure rotation. The knee stays right over the hip. It's not gonna fall out to one side and the other. And try to keep the rest of your body stable. So you can always use your breath to do that. You can direct your exhale. You can do small exhales. And taking the foot from side to side. And then I'm going to place my hands at my belly and just observe that connection of the core. I want to have tension throughout. Shoulders are relaxed. And then hold your foot to the right side for 3, 2, 1. And then hold your foot to the left side. See if you can go even more here. A lot of us are really, really lacking this movement. It's really essential for your hips. If you have like a tight area in the front side of your legs, it usually means that this can be very, very tense here. So we want to turn that foot to the left side and then place the ankle on the right knee. Hug your knee into your chest and rock a bit from side to side. So do whatever feels good for you here. You can bring your foot closer to your hip. You can bring it onto the knee. You can hug the knees towards your chest as you rock here. And if you're feeling like as you do this, there's just a lot of tension in your neck, you can have your head on a pillow as well. And as we stay here, can you circle that left ankle? And circle it the other direction. And then lower your leg back down. And finally, we will grab onto our block and turn to your right side so that you're lying on your right side. You can place your block or your cushion underneath your head. And we will start to bring some rotation into the upper body so you can reach your arms forward. And your left arm is on top. It's also good if you have a block, an additional block or something to place between your knees. It can help you to stabilize your lower back a little bit more. So I'm gonna do that and have the other block or pillow underneath my head. And then if you don't have, you can just use your arm. And then from there, you can reach your left arm forward. So every time we reach forward, we want to feel some expansion in the back of the upper body here. So reaching forward, and then visualize yourself drawing a circle with your arm. So you take your arm up over your head. And then finally, you start to take your arm behind you. And allow your chest to turn to the ceiling as you let that left shoulder come closer to the ground. You want to feel both knees are stacked on top of each other, so they're not falling out. And you don't want to put like too much pressure on the block, just gently hold it in place. Breathe in here as you feel that space in the chest. And then breathing out, bring your hand back down by your hip. One more time, reaching that arm forward, forward, forward. Reach the arm up over your head. Start to turn your palm up to the ceiling as your left shoulder comes back down. And turning your thumb forward, bring your hand by your hip. Okay, and then from here, we will come up onto your elbow. And you can step that left knee behind you so that your legs are a bit staggered like this. Your right knee is in front of your right hip. And then bring your elbow under your shoulder, right elbow under right shoulder. From here, can you hold onto your ribs and lift them up so that this is all in a straight line. We don't want to be dumping into the joints. And then turn your chest down to the ground. Lower your other elbow down as well. So you're facing the ground. Inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to push the elbows down into the ground. Okay? Can you also push that right knee down? Relax your neck a lot. Keep your shoulders wide. And every breath in, you want to feel expansion into the back of your left side. So the left back area. And every exhale, you want to feel that right rib drawing in even more. Inhale into that left side in the back. Keep pushing the elbows into the ground. And exhale. Last one. It's a slow, quiet breath in. And exhale. So I love this one. It feels good. Stay here and do a little bit more. I love this one because it helps you to really breathe into your back, which is an area that we are usually not getting any breath in, especially for postpartum or pregnant. A lot of the breath is just only going in the back, really compressing that backside. So we'll do this little sequence on the other side. So you can lie on your left side. If you have the cushion, place it underneath your head. Placing something between your knees can help, but it's not super necessary. And then you can reach the right arm forward. So if you have the cushion, you're going to have both arms on top of each other. So the left arm is just under the right. Okay, so from there, reaching forward, every time we reach, we want to feel the ribs expanding in the back. Inhale, and then reaching the right arm up over your head. Start to turn your palm up towards the ceiling as you reach that arm back and really enjoy that nice right side opener of your shoulder. Turning your chest up, breathing in. Can you let your shoulder come down to the ground? Lower the hand back down to your hips. One more time, reaching right arm forward, up over your head, and back as you open that arm. Inhale. Exhale down. Lower your hand by your hip. Okay, and then from there, come up onto your elbow. Elbow stacked under left shoulder and crisscross your legs so that the right leg is behind you, left leg is in front of you. Hold your bottom ribs as you lift them up into place. And then from there, you can place your hand at your chest and just turn your chest to face down. So nothing else has moved. Left knee pushes into the ground. Both elbows push the ground away from you. So see if you need to adjust yourself. You can bring your elbows closer to your chest if you'd like. Let your neck relax. And every inhale, we want to feel expansion in the back of the right side. So the right side of your back. And with every exhale, can you feel the left core, the left obliques going in even more towards each other. Inhaling into that back of the right side. Keep pushing the elbows into the ground. Exhale. Last one, inhale into your back. And it's a slow exhale, so really not forcing anything, being slow. So breathing slowly is one of the best ways to stimulate your vagus nerve, which is what gets you into the state of recovery, healing, relaxation, where our bodies really crave to be, especially if you're in that postpartum period, which is actually for the first 2 years of a kid's life, if not more. So it could be like up to 4 years. Or a lot of us think it's just 4 months, but it's much more than that. Okay, and then from here, take a moment, you can lie down. If you want to lie down on your back or onto your belly, whatever feels good for you, just taking a few moments here to take in that moment of grounding, taking in those grounding sensations. Can you, for the next minute, just let your body let go, let everything release. Appreciating a moment of stillness if you're lucky to have it today. It's important to give some time to fill your cup so that you can be able to give to others. Taking that time with yourself. Please stay here for as long as you have time for. And when you're ready to come out, you can turn to your side to come up. Thank you for joining me for Grounding Sensations.